So none of you saw that because it was before the intro started. But Bree literally I went, all right, we're good. Let's start. And then Bree goes, do we have the right intro? And as I looked over and it started, I went, no, damn
it! It's amazing, though. It actually gets me hyped.
It's an amazing intro, and it's edited by a friend of ours, Colton. Who
nice. Good job, Colton. Shout out.
What the hell?
I'm attempting to fix the problem for future things, and it played it on accident. Anyway, no, that song was
intros for the price of one.
That song was made for me for free by the worship director at our church.
Nice.
When me and Mike used to do Arrowverse reviews for the website ran by douchebags. I was like, I sent him the Arrow intro and the Flash intro. I'm like,
yeah,
I would like something like that. He goes, okay, how long do you want it? That, and then like maybe a week later, he sent me that.
Nice.
Cool.
Like he's had stuff
Very
used
nice.
on TV. He's had like a kind of Japanese sounding tune that he's used, made it onto Gotham, so that was really cool. And just he's a unbelievably talented person.
Super he really is.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Very nice. I love that.
Yeah. Alrighty. Let's get started with our weeks here. Mike, how was it?
Yeah, so just another week, the usual stuff. We're getting closer to moving day. The painter just Painter just started earlier this week.
Nice.
Don't know how long that's going to actually take, but what I do know is that this week is also CinemaCon, so between this episode and next week, we will have a lot of stuff to talk about.
Oh yeah. A lot. Pretty.
I worked a lot. Screenplays going pretty good. It's just a lot of writing. It was just kind of like I was just going through like the motions last week, but hey, money's good, and also the last hour has just been me glazing the Godzilla -0
yes.
trailer, so that'll be fun to talk about. Oh, there was one other thing. So this is how chaotic my weekend was. Saturday night, and Brock's gonna ask, like, what the fuck, Brie? Why do you have this in my StreamYard library? We watched the Barney movie, and then not even 24 hours later, we watched Allegro Non Troppo. Me and Mike and Cameron did, so... Which, by the way, I forgot, A, the Barney movie is a musical, and 2, and this is, like, a sense of, like, how gay I am. I hear the intro, and I'm like, is that Bernadette Peters? And it fucking was!
Oh, God. Good lord.
Such as the 90s.
It is. You talk about unexpected the forgetting it was a musical. Like, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago, the old Donkey Kong cartoon got added onto Amazon Prime. And I have known that intro tune for the entirety of my life because I loved that show as a kid. And then I forgot that half of every single fucking episode of that show was a musical.
Oh, jeez.
There's a musical educational number in every single, because that was the time where you had to put something educational.
Oh, yeah, the EI thing, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that, and oh boy.
Did you learn anything?
No, I learned that they shouldn't have tried that. It was bad. That intro to that show is so good, but that music is so bad. And like that animation is god awful, but I could have put up with it if it wasn't for that music.
Can't believe there are 40 episodes of of Donkey Kong Country.
That thing went on, man. That's another one that they should try again, but not with music. Because if they just made Sonic Boom, but with Donkey Kong characters, it would be awesome. All right, Kiona, how about you?
So, my week has basically been, so still continuing with the True Blood watch through, and also going back and rewatching the Netflix Daredevil show, which is, my God, I love it even more this time around watching it. I got through season 1 as of last night and just rewatching season 2 now. So good.
Oh, yeah.
The fights, dude. The action in that show, my God.
Kingpin decapitates a guy with a car door.
Right? Dude, Nobu was awesome.
Yeah.
Nobu was like an awesome ninja guy that like fought Daredevil. It was so cool. And he dies by getting set on fire. I mean, that's just beautiful. Wondrous stuff. So it's been really fun rewatching that. And today, I tried out a new game that's in early access, Morbid Metal.
I've heard of that. How is it?
So it's so cool. I played the demo. I remember playing the demo from one of the Steam Next Fests. I think it was last year, and I thought it was good. Now it's gotten so much better. Like it runs smoother. Combat's just super nice and crispy, and very fast and very arcadey. And the movement style in that game, it's like you hold like the left shoulder or the right shoulder button, the R2 button, to give yourself like kind of a dash. So it's like a dodge and then it turns into a dash and your character just runs like super fast. And the designs and everything and the movement is just like Warframe. So you know how they have that like dash into jump and it's kind of like this spiral sort of propelling jump that kind of propels them forward? Yeah, it's that sort of thing. So it's very cool. I love all the mechanics in it and I love like the fast pace of it. I'm not very good at it as of yet because it's a roguelite. So, you know, you go back and you just get like new abilities and stuff like that. Kind of reminds me of Returnal a little bit in that way. Very cool though. Visually so much better than it looks as a demo.
Nice.
So yeah, being that it's early access, it'll probably, you know, improve over time as well. I think it's like a small team of developers is also. Ubisoft is the publisher of all places, though. Super weird.
Really?
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't even understand that.
What was that program that Ubisoft had? Like Ubisoft Originals or whatever the hell
Yeah, they had like
was?
Ubisoft Originals and then they had like Ubisoft Classics or something, or that was the Ubisoft Plus whatever shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's like it's an independent game, but it's super awesome and yeah, I'm just sharing it all around the place. And also, something interesting that happened this week was found those Resident Evil 9 remixes on YouTube that were really, really cool and badass. I loved it. It's like if Mick Gordon did a Resident Evil soundtrack. I love that so much.
Kiona, I can only get so erect. You need to not mention that ever again. Like my desk is gonna break it. If I got Mick Gordon to do a Resident Evil
soundtrack,
I think they should just quit after that.
Have you seen? Did you see the video for him where he's talking about doing the music for Defect, which is that new kind of like it's almost like a cyberpunk SWAT game in a way, with like multiplayer and stuff like that. There's supposed to be a single player mode as well, so I'm very interested in playing that.
Oh yeah,
but Mick Gordon looks like he's had his villain origin story now. Like, dude's rocking the goatee and everything.
Yeah,
like substantially more serious than he was back in the day too. I'm loving it.
Him doing a Resident Evil or a Devil May Cry game, I think would be my dream.
Oh man, that'd be amazing. Yeah.
It'd be so
but anyway,
good.
That's my week.
Nice.
So yeah, just finding some cool stuff.
Nice. All right, so I finally each year I try to plug a good amount of anime and certain stuff off my list of shows that I just haven't watched. And this past Sunday, I sat down and did that. I caught up on The Boys. We'll talk about that later on in the whatever for anyone else who's watched it.
Me too.
I finally watched the second season of Tomb Raider. Fuck you, Netflix. Fuck you and a half. Because my God, that show's amazing.
I need to catch up with that.
That second season is some of the most beautifully animated shit ever. It is dark as fuck, and it's so good, and they leave you on a cliffhanger, and it's so well written. Everything is just fantastic. It's very much going into the supernaturally, like, original version of Tomb Raiders, where they weren't afraid to just have shit happen, and it's just so good. It's just so good.
Any news on a season 3 of that?
No, they've canceled the show outright with the announcement of season 2.
God damn it.
Yeah, I hate when Netflix does that.
That's ridiculous. And they ended it on a cliffhanger? Shit.
Yeah, and it's a really good cliffhanger, too.
Anyway.
But, yeah. And they know how to make the definition of, like, the perfect hairstyle that I would love to find on a woman. Anyone can watch a show, I immediately peg the exact women that are talking about, but it's really good. It's the best animated stuff, some of the best animated stuff that Netflix has ever made, but, you know, we can't have good things. And there was another... So, my goal each year has been to plug 12 animes off my list, and I'm going to be getting a bunch more when I get back from vacation. But I sat down, and I'm like, all right, there's some 12 episoders, and there's one that I've heard is good. Love to have a conversation with that person. I sat and I watched Wonder Egg Priority. Now, I have waxed poetic on about every single type of video I've ever made about how Soul Eater went from a 15 out of 10 to a 6 out of 10 with its ending. And it crapped out at like the 80% mark. Wonder Egg Priority, if anyone has ever seen Madoka Magica, it's made by if I'm remembering correctly, it's made by the same exact animation company, but it's an original anime idea. This little kid, goes to this place, this like kind of olden school house with this garden and whatever, and they have this crank machine that drops these eggs. And she got literally visited by like Jiminy Cricket and like told to go to this place. They never explained the cricket, by the way, ever. And you go in and she gets this egg and you can't figure out what's going on with it. And all of a sudden she's in this dream state and you can't figure out why. So then they ask her to like, you're not going to get out of here unless you break that egg open. And they crack this egg open and a little girl pops out of it, like eyes aged, like 13, 14, something like that. So they then come out, and it ends up having this very Madoka Magica witch labyrinth type deal with these little creatures with a different art style that they're in 3D, and it's creepy as fuck. It's very well done. One of the most beautifully animated shows I've watched in a while. And they go through all this, and this girl is going through a traumatic event, and you basically have to take out the means of what made this girl kill themselves. Everyone that they interact with in this dream world is a girl that's taken their own life, and they don't know what, because like rise in young teen girl suicides is like going up. And each person that participates in these games also lost a friend of theirs, due to suicide, and they're stuck in a statue in this dream world, and every time they save one of these girls from their tormentor, or the reason of why they did, the statue of that person that they're trying to save gets a little bit warmer, and to the point of where eventually it's going to come back to life. Very good premise. Doesn't exactly make 100%, but, you know, it's anime, it's Japan, they're going to do things, they want to do things.
Yep.
But then eventually, over time, I just start to think that the amount of drugs that was in the writer's room stopped being accounted for. And eventually someone went into the room when they were 5 lines deep in the just most glorious Colombian booga sugar you've ever had, and they went, guys, did you write an ending? They went, we're supposed to do that? They went, yeah, you have 12 episodes. You're on the 12th episode. And they went, what if we don't do that and then we make a 13th episode that's half recap, and then add in multiverses, AI, and clones, and then don't explain those either.
Yeah, that's about right.
I have never felt more just fucking... I felt I don't claim myself to be like a super genius. And if they were going for the same feel as Madoka, like I didn't feel Madoka leaving it like I didn't understand it. Got it 100%. The rules and everything, they were out there, but it made sense. I am trying to keep track of what is going on. And toward the end, it's not often that I recommend a bad anime to people. This is one of those, like, I don't want to say it's like The Room, but it's one of those where, man, they just had to come up with a plot for the last 4 episodes. And someone went, eh? And then someone else went, eh? And then they just went, buh! And the show happened. Because out of, like, nowhere, you're like, and wait till they find out that we're the root cause. And 2 of the girls that are, like, going in for that see that the guys that are running the place the Wonder Eggs come from, they're like, wait, what do you mean you guys are in charge? Cell phone beeps off. Oh my goodness, our friend has a date! Bye! And, like, never ask! And then eventually, the one who they have some giant plot thread about how her friend committed suicide, but they don't know why, but this friend was very close friends with this guidance counselor that is now trying to help also figure out what's going on in her life. And then you find out that I had a crush on this guy. And then you find out that this guy ends up dating Ai's mom. And you think, oh, this guy's going to be creepy. He's trying to date Ai's mom because he also was involved with her friend. And you're going to find out in the end that this dude was just a super creepazoid and she killed herself because this guy tried something. You find out in the end that, like, he's the most normal dude on the planet. He loves Ai's mom, and he's just like, no, I seriously want you to get better. I don't want what happened with your friend to happen to you. They have this super dark, like, cock tease of a plot that just never goes anywhere. And then also, in that last episode, the original last episode of the show, they never tell you why the friend committed suicide, which is the main driving plot point of the entire show. They never tell you. And then at the very end, she essentially didn't commit suicide. She dies on accident because she goes to the top of the building and then she crawls on the other side of this fence. And because this girl had a crush on the counselor and the counselor didn't have a crush back, she starts screaming that he raped her, that she did all these wrong things, and he's a pervert to get his attention. And when she backs out of this dumb idea, she slips, falls, and dies.
Oh.
So she doesn't even follow the plot line of the show because she didn't technically commit suicide. She died on accident. And then later on, you find one of the main 4 girls was a fucking AI made by the friend of someone they pulled the plug on's alternate universe version. Like, it's just... I've never suggested a bad anime to people, but I want to, it's 13 episodes. I so badly want to have any number of us watch this thing, and I want you to explain the show to me in your own version in a YouTube video. Like, all of us get together and explain what you think this fucking show was. I never felt like I was watching, like, a government experiment on how to make me not realize what reality was in an anime form. Umbreon, it's called Wonder Egg Priority. And it's 13 episodes. The last one is like 50 minutes long, but it's realistically 20 minutes long because it's a half a recap. And I felt my ambition and I wanted to love this show so bad. I wanted nothing more than to love this show. In the first 5 episodes, I'm like, you just took my Madoka fix and just it was also her dub debut? Really?
Yeah, I think that might have been, like, one of the first shows that she was in.
Yeah, her character's
Huh.
amazing, by the way. It's a former junior idol that did something super fucked up to a fan of hers for why her fan committed suicide, and it's really good. Like, the beginning 6 or 7 episodes are literally like a 19 out of 10. And then it just, boom, right off a fucking cliff. Oh, it's so bad. But the last thing that I did, and I didn't talk about it last week, but I just got the platinum for it, is I played Life is Strange Reunion. For those that don't know, for the website ran by douchebags, one of the very first games that I streamed for them, because I was part of their streaming team, because they didn't know what streaming was at the time, and you just have multiple personality streaming, because God knows that works. So it was a series that I avoided like the plague because I thought the art style was god awful. And then something happened to where it was either stupidly on sale or I heard someone say it was really good and I watched it. And then it was the very first game that I ever cried about on stream. And it was a game that made me contact a friend that ruined like a 10-year long relationship with me to see if he was okay. Like, it was incredibly thought provoking and very good and well written. And the series went through different iterations, and then it finally landed back to being back about Max. And then people got really mad that Chloe wasn't in it, and your two options were you broke up with Chloe or she's dead. People really weren't happy about that. And then it turned into we're going to recruit the X-Men at the end of the last one because you don't know, like, some of the people have powers. One of them has time control, one was an empath, and in this one it introduced a shapeshifter. And then another girl at the end, and I don't remember what her power is, but she's only in the last game by like a phone call. And the big thing was bringing Chloe back because at the end of Life is Strange 1, you get to make a choice. Either this supernatural tornado is coming by because you're fucking with time. And it was bordering on that, Umbreon, you're not wrong. Where you either at the end go back and kill your friend that you saved that started this time dilation tornado, or you let her stay and the entire town is wiped out by a supernatural tornado. In Double Exposure, there's a plot point where a friend of yours dies, and then instead of rewinding time and starting a different timeline, Max fucks up and creates 2 timelines at the point where this character died. And at the end of it, to fix it, he puts the 2 timelines back together. And you find out in Reunion that meant whether Chloe died or not, either the town got fixed or Chloe got brought back to life. So the bad result of either timeline got fixed, and it's back to normal. And then this person, Chloe, shows back up at your campus you're teaching at to try and help you figure out, then try and solve this fire that you're trying to prevent that you see and travel back in time to try and fix. But you go through this big long thing, and it is emotional, but it's one of those where I've never felt more of a course correction in a video game in my entire life. Where they pivoted hard to where, like, the friend in the previous game that was a shapeshifter that you fought with was going to go find more people like them and come back and deal with problems. Yeah, they just gave up on that whole fucking idea and went, as soon as I left, I felt like it wasn't good. I'm like, yeah, I feel the writer telling me that. But at the end of it, I felt happy that you got a closure between 2 characters that, for good story writing reasons, got fucked up no matter what with trauma or just not being able to be together. And the ending was good. It's just, these games are known for having very good writing. And, I'm not going to spoil anything, Pringle, so don't worry, you're good. I'm not going to spoil anything for the game. The only thing I'm going to say is, and it's not a spoiler, is that you could feel like they kind of got this out as fast as they could, kind of deal. It feels like a jumbo-sized expansion for Double Exposure, the previous game to it. And if it would have been advertised as that, I think it would have done better. And they did sell it for a lot cheaper, so that was good. And the ending is great no matter what. It's very provocative with what you do, but the sad part is that it went from the end of Max and Chloe's story on the subtitle in the store to the ending of Life is Strange. So now we're just not getting the games anymore, and I kind of felt like a relative of mine died for how long I've been playing these for. And it's just one of those, like a movie or anything, when you pop it in and it just feels like home. Like every single Life is Strange game sounds out exactly the same. You get some picturesque countryside, a scene happens, and then the exact style of music that is in every single Life is Strange game starts playing, and they run you through the exact motif and the countryside or your, like, what I want to say, setting of where the game's going to happen. It's just, it's really good. And it's published and all that by Square Enix, so that you can take that where you want. Um, it's one of those things where they're never going to make a series like that ever again. And it makes me very upset that if this is truly the end of it, that we kind of got a thing that could have been expanded and a lot better. Because when I replayed it, I made it so that I did all the right decisions and got a better ending and a more expanded ending. And the plotline of the game itself is really good. It just didn't get the amount of writing that it normally did to flesh out plot points, which could have made it truly amazing. But yeah, it's one of the few Life is Strange games where the main plot point isn't someone died and you have to deal with why someone died. I think it might be like the only one. Because before the Storm's entire plot line is you're being best friends with the character that was dead in the game that it's a prequel to. But yeah, it's still really good. It's still really worth it if you're a Life is Strange fan. It's fantastic. Some of the music in it's some of the best the series have ever had. My personal favorite is still True Colors with Alex and Steph. But the best one is probably the first one. It's really good. And I hope to God somehow that the TV show on Amazon does like really fucking good to where it's like, oh no, we should probably make more of them. Because of outside of location scouting, they're relatively unbelievably cheap games to make. So, but yeah, that's my, that was my week. So, we have some topics to get into here. And we're going to do that. All right. So, let's get into the buy or sell here. Bree, buy or sell the Godzilla -0 teaser trailer?
Bye. No, I've been like listening for the last hour. Have you guys all seen it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can say one thing. Welcome back, Godzilla 1998!
Yeah. Little did they know, we're getting Roland Emmerich to direct this one, too.
Oh, jeez.
All kidding aside, I think this might be the movie event of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, you can definitely tell that they got a way bigger budget for this one.
Oh yeah, easily. That's thanks to all of the money that it made around the world.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Like, frankly, in the US, it made a pretty penny too.
It did, and from what I understand, they didn't exactly break the bank to make it somehow. Yeah, which blows my mind because of how freaking good it looks.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Mike, buy or sell that Patton Oswalt said he wants to play either Toyman or Mitziak Pitalik in the DCU.
Buy. This is like the easiest buy because, like,
I could see it.
Yeah, I could totally see him playing Winslow Shot or Mixie.
Mr. McPixit, like, pretty much is like, that's just Patton Oswalt. At least in like the DCAU incarnations. I mean, that's literally just Patton Oswalt.
It is. You're not wrong. He's would be a very good start. Like, I had an idea, and now I'm blanking on his name. Gosh dang it. No, Sean Astin. I don't know why, but one day I thought of like him being Mitzias Pitalik, and I don't know why, but I just thought that just letting him be a little kooky and funny and like the look worked. But anyway, yeah.
I can kind of see that too.
It
But
could work.
Oswald's just too perfect.
Yeah. His voice is perfect for Toyman. You're not wrong. If somehow he would have been alive, I would have loved to have seen the live action version of Gilbert Godfrey as Mitzias Pitalik. Seeing that in live action would have been. But Kiona, buy or sell that we were getting back-to-back Evil Dead movies in 2026 and 2027?
I cautiously buy it. I liked the what was it? Evil Dead Rise, I believe.
Yep.
I kind of liked that one. I thought it was all right.
Yeah.
Not nearly enough cheese grater, but it was all right. So yeah, cautious buy.
I get you on that. We got a photo for this one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna freeze because it does it every time, and that's fine. And that's fine.
It do be like
and
that.
that is fine. Mike, buy or sell the first teaser poster and the guy that got fired for putting this out for Spider-Man Brand New Day.
I buy this. I have bought pretty much everything related to this movie. I like this, and also it's not. I don't think it's in the doc, but the stills for Beyond the Spider-Verse look sick.
Oh, they do.
Oh, yeah, I mean, this is supposed to be a throwback to the original Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
They've done it in every. They've done it in
really
every.
looks like it.
They've done it in every movie. I remembered, and someone reminded me. They've done it. They did it for ASM 2 as well with Electro in the eyeball, but it started with obviously the Raimi ones.
I'm just excited that we're getting more hand ninjas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ninjas make everything better.
Ninjas do make everything better. All right. Kiona, buy or sell that they illegally leaked the trailer for the autobiography of my life and Everybody Wants to Fuck Me starring Taron Egerton, the thriller where a man who discovers that every woman is stalking him and wants to fuck him.
Oh, it's based on your life. I was wondering where they got that from. Yes.
Could not be farther from the truth.
Yes. I thought it was based on Xander from Buffy for a second there. Anyway, too soon. I don't know. But you know what? I like Taron Egerton. Yeah, I mean, I would say I'll give that a buy. It seems odd, an odd premise to say the least. Maybe a little bit on the sexist side, but I don't know. I mean, he's a good actor. Maybe it'll have something to it. Cautious. I'm being cautious this week.
Yes. Bree, buy or sell the Hunger Games Sunrise on the Reaping trailer?
I mean, it looks like a Hunger Games movie. I mean,
looks all right.
It looks fine. Like, I don't know. Like, obviously, they're still making enough money that they're making the thing, so it just kind of feels like I don't know. Like, Hunger Games is like so like early 2010s coded, but hey, I guess that they're still making money. I mean, all the Hunger Games movies, have looked good. I mean, aside from the shaky cam of the first one, which
the first one really is kind of like the odd man out.
I still like it. For me, it worked.
Yeah, like it's
captured the chaos.
It's good, but the sequels are, I would say, are better.
You know what's still my favorite Hunger Games fact is that the author originally wrote on Clarissa Explains It All. Like, to me, that's one of my
That's hilarious.
I love that.
Good lord. That's so funny. I don't even know how to reconcile that.
All right.
Maybe this will be the movie where Ray Fiennes finally wins his Oscar.
Oh
God!
If that would be amazing. If that were the
case. Would honestly be amazing. Okay. I'd be for it. I'd be like, you know what? Fair choice. It's about damn time.
Fair. Mike, buy or sell that WB is tone deaf as the day is fucking long and launches a new sub-label, Clockwork, to release original films.
I know that the looming threat of a Paramount merger is like creeping on the horizon, but that aside, that logo for Clockwork actually looks pretty sick.
It's awesome. It's very simple, but it looks great.
So when
I read that, my gamer brain immediately just defaulted to they're gonna reboot Clockwork Knight. And I got super excited, and that is a Sega Saturn deep cut for anybody who doesn't know.
I immediately went to that all hype died on the planet fucking Clockwork Revolution BioShock Infinite ripoff.
Oh God, right.
Remember when people cared about that?
That's true.
Oh God.
the hell happened to it?
I don't know. Did it release?
No.
No.
It just
I have
disappeared.
not heard anything about it, honestly.
They had that whole
Anyway.
thing about like, hey guys, guns in video games, and then nothing.
Guns and video games, yeah.
All right. I guess I'll buy or sell this. Two Japanese companies, IO Data and Verbatim Japan, say they will continue supplying Blu-ray disc drives in Japan. And this comes after major manufacturers leave the market, helping ensure that physical media remains available for the collectors and long-term storage users. I buy the ever-living shit out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I
I
forgot
like...
Verbatim was a company. I forgot that company existed. Holy shit.
Yeah, because me who's an anime fan, sometimes if you want to watch stuff, you gotta buy the Blu-rays now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
God forbid they're expensive as the day is long, but sometimes you gotta buy them if you want to enjoy them.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's glad that
It's
people
true.
aren't giving up on physical media, because it's awesome. Even if you don't want to, you can still make money. You can. Remember back in the day when movies used to get sequels based on them making like $50 million off home video?
Mhm.
And then they just went, fuck all that profit?
Yeah.
When it takes them 2 cents to print a fucking DVD? Like, what? Like, fucking... like, Boondock Saints literally got a sequel because of how good it did on Blu-ray, on DVD. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
It costed 5 cents to make, made 10 cents in theaters, and it made like $50 million in freaking home video. It's real. All right, Mike, buy or sell that. Pixar scrapped the film Be Free. Reportedly, I had a similar tone to K-pop Demon Hunters. A former staffer claims Disney felt little boys couldn't find themselves in it, allegedly saying, we can't have a girl power movie. Hey, what? God, what's that movie? What's that movie that just came out not that long ago? Won like an Oscar, like the people are playing, like, God, man, I can't imagine if a movie would have came out that would like possibly get like McDonald's deals, anything. Like, I just can't think of it. What's not the title? I just
Hey,
my mind.
Disney executives, I just want to talk.
Yeah, and you know what's hilarious? Well, hilarious, and I want to shove my head into drywall, but this movie was canceled in 2023. Do you remember a certain pop culture phenomenon that happened in 2023?
The strikes.
No.
Oh, Barbie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that movie was popular because of Ken, not because of Barbie.
Hi, Disney. What's going on with your casual misogyny lately?
Casual.
Casual. It's.
I'm just saying.
I just can't wait for when the K-pop Demon Hunter sequel comes out, and around that time frame, there to be like 4 different movies based upon demons that hunt with musical item.
Yeah.
Like, there's gonna be someone that makes the rap group, and he's going to and he's going to fight with the freaking DJ spinner and all this other shit, and like this, it will just be the most egregious missing of the point of why K-pop Demon Hunters was good.
By the way, I don't remember if we've talked about this on the podcast before, but I think tomorrow at CinemaCon, DreamWorks will be premiering a movie called Forgotten Island, which sounds eerily similar to like the premise of Pixar's Be Fry.
It's so dumb, and I'm not surprised because I had this chat with Mike in private, but like, Disney exec or not, Pixar's like just always kind of suck this way, guys. Like here's like one of my favorite stories. So the late he actually gave Tim Burton the story for like Corpse Sport, a lot of like Pixar. Heimlich, but he was the quote unquote guru. So, you know, the reason why early Pixar movies were good, that was probably because of him, not certain sex pests. But anyway, he brought over Brenda Chapman, the director of Brave, who was infamously like taken off of her own film as the quote unquote first female director at Pixar. But literally, he brought her over for Cars because he's like, hey, we don't know how to write characters. None of the guys do. We need some estrogen in the room bad. Please help.
Yeah, it's we're in a day and age where Japanese media is so big, and a lot of it and a lot of characters are female centric and all this other stuff, and you are watching anyone males from the age of 13 to 65 buying Hatsune Miku backpacks, freaking wearing Sailor Moon merchandise and all of this shit.
Which, speaking of which, did you see the guy at
opportunity.
NASA with the Artemis plush on? He was wearing like a Sailor Moon lanyard, like this balding guy who was like pushing 50. I'm like,
yeah, but no, guys don't like female things.
So dumb.
I just, it's so stupid. Kiona, buy or sell that Adria or Jonah has been cast in the Superman 25 sequel. Sorry, I thought it was Superman 25. I'm like, huh? Man of Tomorrow. According to the Hollywood Reporter, it was initially reported that she's cast as Maxima, but the role is now considered an unknown.
So Adria Arjona is from, or Arjona, I believe, is Bix in Andor. So she's also dating Jason Momoa in real life, and she is somebody that crap, why am I blanking on his name right now? Shit.
James Gunn.
James Gunn, thank you. Yeah, I'm blanking on his name for some reason. Yeah, but she has been cast in James Gunn's previous projects as well, I believe. Oh, yeah. So he does have a working relationship with her. I think it's really cool. If she is cast as Maxima, I think that's pretty awesome. Honestly, I would look forward to that very much in her take on the character. But if she's cast as anybody else, I'd say they're lucky to have her. So yeah, definitely stoked for that. That's a buy.
Absolutely. All right. We have got a couple of stupid is as stupid does is here. Hey Phoenix, what's up, buddy? All right, so we are gonna. Hey guys, hey Kiona, what's a game that comes out on Friday that you and me are really looking forward to?
Oh shit, a game that comes out on Friday.
We were just talking about it in the chat because the reviews are really good.
Pragmata.
Yep.
Yes.
Hey,
sorry.
Cool. So, what do you think when you see Pragmata that should be the number one thing that comes into your brain that gets you excited?
Ooh, I'd say it's the unique game mechanics of having the Diana actually hack into enemies and stuff that it actually weakens them for you. That's pretty cool.
Cool. I would agree with that too. Should it be the fact that people are really upset that there hasn't been any Rule 34 for the 13-year-old
oh God, please
looking
don't.
Girl? And hey guys, have you ever? I just want to show you.
No, we not.
I want to show you how someone can say they're a pedophile without saying they're a pedophile. I'm just gonna read a thing. All right, so this says, I feel like it's a breach of ethics at this point to design a child's character for an audience of majority male gamers. They made CP of her that had to be banned on Reddit, which is true. They had to take down the entire official Pragmata subreddit because people are fucking freaks. They did.
Christ.
And then it goes...
God, why?
Underneath that, it says, it's always iffy to me that Diana looks nothing like a real child. Her face seems modeled after an adult woman. You've never seen a female child in your entire life if you think that looks like an adult woman.
What?
And the woman has no makeup on. Her hair is perfect. She's a fucking android.
She's an android.
And she's walking around completely naked under that jacket. She is not. They've shown openly that she has clothes on underneath it. Why are you assuming that the female kid is naked? And then underneath the comment that said she looks like a pedophile's idea of a child. Explain what that statement means.
What?
Explain that statement to me. I cannot physically understand what you think a pedophile's version of a child is. That's just a child! What
Right?
that is you outing yourself going, that's what I think a pedophile would most like a child to look like. You're a pedophile! You don't make statements like that!
What the flying fuck?
What in the fuck, dude?
I have no
don't even-
words.
Ugh.
Like this, first of all, just to try to like unpack like that word
That's
salad.
disgusting.
Like, by definition, pedophile means attracted to child. So what the fuck are you even talking about?
She looks
And,
like
of course it's a blue check. Yeah, fucking course
yeah,
it is.
She looks
Of
like
course.
a pedophile's idea of a child. Can you tell me how this person says they're in the correct mind space for what they think a pedophile looks like a child looks like? Because children look like children. Is there a specific way a pedophile should look like for a child should look like for a pedophile? Because I think you should have your house and your internet search history kind of searched.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was one that we had to go into, and we're gonna do different levels of stupidity here because
It's truly a cornucopia.
it's a cornucopia, and we're gonna go into some things here, and I need to preface this because people are going to get upset with me if I don't preface this because they feel like I am going to be ranting about this for the wrong reason because I am not. All right, we're gonna put all the cards on the table here. I am a Christian. My best friend is one of the most staunch lesbians that I've ever met in my entire life. One of my favorite anime characters is a transgender mechanic from Gurren Lagann. Most of my con-going friends are either transgender, bi, gay, or non-binary. I don't care what your life choices are. As long as you're living and you're being a good human being, you do you, I will love you the exact same way, because that is how you are supposed to act. Now, there is also a sect of the LGBTQ. We did meet at a con. Absolutely, Phoenix. You're one of the nicest people I've ever met at a con. Now, there's a sect of people that completely go against what I believe the LGBTQ is trying to accomplish. Because in my opinion, they are trying to say that just because you're blank, you don't have to be blank, right? That's a good part of it. Am I wrong? As a gay person on this podcast, Brie, am I wrong?
No, like, I'm like, dude, I'm normal. I'm just like, I want, my ADHD meds just and be gay alone and just, I occasionally go out.
And Kiona, correct me if I'm wrong. You referenced that you're pansexual, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Me and Mike, the two straight people on this podcast, I believe, we've never really had that talk. We've got a variance of opinions here. For those of you that don't know, the Avatar movie, the whole motherfucking thing leaked online.
Which I'm so pissed because one of my mutuals worked on it.
Yeah. All of you motherfuckers that watched it now better support it then. Don't care. But okay, so I woke up to one of the most my problem with a certain sect of the LGBTQ chunk of individuals encapsulated fully.
Which, by the way, Brock, before you even say anything, I agree with you.
Good. I'm glad. Good. I'm glad I have the support up front. So, no, this is not about Zuko. This is about Toph. I woke up to a statement where someone said the entire Avatar movie leaked online and they made Toph be straight.
About that.
Hey, I'm going to go over some details. I'm going to read the comments from underneath that tweet as well. That shows you why I get very upset at this certain sect of the LGBTQ community, because they're against their own thing. These are exact quotes from under that tweet.
Oh no, the whole thing, high resolution without a watermark, which you have to question how that happened, but we're not going to get into conspiracy theories here.
Here are the statements underneath it. This changes Toph so much, they might as well have made her not blind. Her being gay was the most important part of her character.
Mm.
It is bad enough that they forced Aang and Katara to be straight, now this.
What?
She kissed Suki, that means she's gay.
Because she thought it was Sokka.
Because she thought it was Sokka. Phoenix, I know I'm gonna get there. Trust me, I know. That's part of the reason why I'm bringing this up. And then they said, Korra is a lesbian. That woman is bi as the day is long. You are incorrect. And they said, why can't you just accept the fact that Toph is too? Okay. Phoenix?
Korra is a lesbian. Oh, I remember all this warm, fuzzy biphobia I felt in Tumblr in 2014. Oh, the oozies I feel.
Yeah. I'm glad she ended up with Asumi, but she was hitting on everyone on that team because the writers partially didn't know and partially were told to do certain things that they couldn't do throughout the entirety of that show because it was a fucking mess behind the scenes. But anyway, so, I'd hate to break it to everyone, and my good buddy Phoenix added, she had 2 kids, and I believe they're from different parents.
Yeah, no,
2 different guys.
Toph had a very, interesting life after Sozin's Comet.
Yeah, from 2 different people. She had the most blatantly fucking obvious crush on Sokka I'd ever seen in an animated feature in my life. The only thing that gets people to do this partially, and we're going to get to the main root cause of the problem here, is another thing is that in the, what chunk and what country were they in when they had the play and Toph thought it was awesome that a fucking bodybuilder was,
that was the Fire Nation.
Yeah, on Ember Island.
Fire Nation, she got her coochie.
Yeah.
But, anyway,
Right,
so here is the problem that it comes into, and why I asked the main point is that you're not meant to, every label isn't meant to define you. You can be your own person. Every single person, when it got down to it, essentially was, she's a tomboy, so she's a lesbian. You can be a tomboy and be straight. Sorry to tell you. And if you now like Toph less because they don't fit the sexual orientation of what you are, you're a pile of shit person.
And you probably never even liked Toph to begin with.
You never did. No.
Or even worse, you either haven't watched the show, or it's been so long that you've distorted very specific scenes.
This
right.
is yeah.
If I could just kind of go into it, let's just play theory game here a sec.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's just say that later in life, theoretically, Toph was queer. Oh, okay, let's just put it out there in the universe for a sec. Okay, so
go ahead, Phoenix. You can type it in.
Okay, so let's just, I'm not saying sometimes you can have kids and end up being a lesbian.
Yeah.
It's possible. However, there is nothing in the canon of the show that supports it. Every time Toph has a love interest, it's been pretty explicit to be heterosexual, and that not even in the TV show, but we're including the comics too.
Yeah.
The only member of the gang or connected to the gang that is not straight is Aang and Katara's daughter Kaya.
Yeah.
She is a lesbian in the comics. That is a canon fact.
Yep.
None of the main gang are.
No. And this goes back to my further problem of why I hate how the advertisement and the use of LGBTQ, I feel like so many people are too much. You get the urge to call them the F word would be one of those.
No, sometimes I feel like that too, but a lot of times it's for myself when I'm just really extra.
Yeah, here, and this is my biggest problem, and I know I've discussed this on this podcast before. When you make a character, if their sole selling point is their sexuality, in my point, 9 times out of 10, it's a bad character. Because that should be just a part of who they are. Because this goes back to another conversation that I had a buddy of mine when they made Wally West black in The Flash. This friend of mine who claimed to be a giant Flash fan didn't know that they made him black in the comic books. So in his exact quote was, Wally West is known for having orange hair. No, Wally West is known for being the fucking Kid Flash. No one opens up a comic book and goes, boy, I can't wait to see Wally have orange hair in this scene. This is when it goes with Cora. Cora's bisexual. You found that out through the show. You didn't sell the show off of that. You sold the show off of it being a female character named Cora that was an Avatar sequel. You should sell the character off of what their plot line is, and then have their sexuality be a part of who they are.
And also, I don't think it's coincidental the show, got better as it got gayer.
Yeah.
And it's because you get into certain
Highly
points
agree.
Yeah, but it's like you shouldn't only like the character because you heard they were your thing. Because, guess what?
No, yeah, and it's not having a well-rounded character on top of that. It just makes them one-dimensional on top of everything else.
Exactly.
And you're othering them. Like, I've had this conversation because I'm writing my screenplay. I'm like, why would you write them different than a heterosexual character? Like, yes, being gay can be part of their character arc, but why, on like a base level, would you write them differently? That's stupid.
It's very stupid. It's unbelievably stupid. And it goes back to the other part of, we talked about this, I want to say like 2 weeks ago, because 9 times out of 10 also, when they have a gay or whatever character in media, the only fucking plot line they ever give them is coming out as that sexuality. They can't ever normalize them just being that person who happens to also be gay, trans, blank, blank, or blank. If you're only watching shows because they match the thing that you are, you're actively against the thing you're trying to make. Because you want to say everyone should be what they are, but then if you're pissed that the thing that you like isn't exactly what you are, that's completely opposite of how you're trying to talk to people.
It seems counterintuitive.
It's very counterintuitive.
Hey, can
You're
I just
saying
say something
everyone
really
should
catty
be
and gay
me.
for a second?
Go ahead.
Please do.
Okay, so the kind of people who get upset about that are the type of people that get excited, like, ready to B-52 song The Volcano, which, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
When, Disney quote-unquote first gay character, and then it's a 5-second lesbian kiss, like, and get really excited for that. Like, that is your type. You are a fake gay.
Yeah, didn't they do that same thing in, what Star Wars movie was it?
Rise of Skywalker?
Rise of Skywalker, where they had just,
Rise of
like, a
Skywalker.
lesbian couple holding hands in a crowd scene, and, like, that was fucking it. Like,
And they cut out all the other major releases. I'm like, that's the kind of representation. I'm like, thanks, but I'm good.
there's no point.
It's tokenism.
It is tokenism. And, like, again, to the degree of how much actual people you think are against this don't care, my youth pastor turned college minister / surrogate parent is one of the most devout Christians I've ever met in my entire life. I watched The Last of Us Season 1 with him.
Mm-hmm.
They take a minor gay couple plot point from The Last of Us and turn it into one of the most well-written story of 2 men that fall in love and go through the tragedy of, like, losing someone when they didn't do it in the first place because they knew they were going to lose each other. I watched that with him, and do you know what, both of us, in a room of nothing but Christians, do you know what the ending result was? Wow, that was really well written. Because they didn't care! As long as it's well written, it's a story! They can be what they want to be or just a character! It's just a character! It doesn't matter what they are! They should be well written! That's the main point! God!
Yeah.
I'm sorry, if you want better representation of your people, you can't keep doing this stupid shit! You can't keep being upset when a thing that clearly wasn't something didn't fit your headcanon!
But here's, like, the greatest irony of all, is that a lot of these people, because I remember, the Tumblr nonsense from Korra. Oh, I remember all the shipping
I'm
nonsense.
glad I was not a part of that, because I would have killed people.
Oh my god. Let me tell you, like, how bad it is. Like, it would have made 4chan blush, because at least 4chan would have had, like, the self-awareness, but never in my life, and all the time I had been on the internet to that point, that was the most homophobia, like biphobia that I have ever experienced. Like that was the first time that I ever felt it, and it took me years to like even start to, kind of hints at like even my own like friend group, what was actually going on. But my point is that a lot of times people like this are some of the most rigid, hypocritical, just like absolute bigots, and it's crazy.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%. And like one of the best versions of this, honestly, was oh, now I'm blanking on their names. Luce and Amity in Owl House.
Mm-hmm.
They never made it a big thing. It just happened over time, and they were naturally just there. They never made it a big thing. They just made two characters naturally come together and do whatever. It's fine. Just stop doing this. Be happy when it's there, and then like maybe ask a little bit more for it to happen in other spots, but don't make it be that the only reason you like something. Because sorry to tell you, if you have this level of reaction all the time, you're going to be part of the reason why you get it less.
Yep.
And you can't be mad at anyone but yourself. All right. I'm going to leave this to Mike and Bree because you two know more of what's going on here and I don't know a thing.
Can I get the teeter out on this?
Go ahead.
Because today there's an update that makes this even fucking dumber.
Oh, dear God.
Okay, so The Amazing Digital Circus is a very popular show. You know this, Brock, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I haven't seen it myself, but I know it's fantastic.
Okay, but you know it's popular. That's really the only thing that you need to know to understand this.
I've seen, I believe it's named Pomni, the little jester character.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've seen it cosplayed thousands of times. Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so the show's really popular, and they decided, okay, for our series finale, and really do like an indie animation at first because they have the platform to do this. We're gonna combine the last episode and our 1 hour series finale. We're gonna work with Fathom Events, and we're gonna release the finale in movie theaters, like exclusively before it premieres on YouTube. And originally, it was gonna be for 4 days early in June, and then the episode would premiere free on YouTube, like it always does. So, like, incredible opportunity for, like, animation. Like,
100%.
And by the way, as of today, it has over $5 million in pre-sales.
Nice.
Which is amazing.
Awesome.
Okay, so I feel like
It's
so
not awesome.
Okay, so we've set up the scene. So you would think, oh my god, this is great news. Like, my favorite show is gonna get like a Stranger Things-esque like finale. Like,
Yeah.
this is great. I can be with all my fellow fans, and then like Glitch, who makes Digital Circus, says, oh, by the way, call your theaters to see if we can get more screenings. Like, this is great. This is wonderful. Like, this is what everything that indie animation has been striving for, to be normalized and become the mainstream. To be like how indie live action film is. Just like another alternate form of distribution, saying that you don't need it to be of the big guys. Like, you can make it out there. Mike, you want to tell them what happened?
Fan entitlement happened. And not only fan entitlement.
Yeah.
Brock, are you familiar with a concept called crab mentality?
Oh God, I've heard of it, but I don't know the exact.
Basically, it's when like you see it a lot in like the punk scene where people want you to be successful, but not that successful.
They
and
don't
even
want
worse,
you to get out of. They want it to be, I found you so you're cool, but I don't want everyone else to like you. Kind of thing?
Kind of. Because
they don't want you to be a sellout. They want you to be a pauper and just, make sure my cartoons are available for free, because what do you mean I should pay for people to have health insurance and to have livelihoods?
So
because it's always support indie animation until it's actually time to support indie animation.
Yes.
But if that was that, this wouldn't be a story. Oh, no.
No,
it gets worse because it's literally a bunch of children who are whining that, oh, I don't want to have spoilers.
Turn off your tablet then. Have your parents take it away.
but they can't, because I'm like, I'll be outside of my community and stuff. I'm like, just stop being like a child. Glitch is being like selfish. Blah 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 blah, and they're harassing people to the point that Glitch had to make a fucking statement. Oh, but that's not. It gets worse.
I feel like I need to be the old man screaming at clouds here. We need to go back to the time when we just locked our kids outside of the house for a while.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, but we're crescendoing. We're getting to.
Go ahead.
Okay, so originally, so in this statement, Glitch said originally the theaters wanted exclusivity for a month. They got it down for 2 weeks.
Okay.
So originally they only had to wait 2 weeks from the movie theater till it went on YouTube. And, all of us were like, we used to wait 6+ months for something to come out on home video.
Yeah.
You want to know what happened today?
They released it early.
No, even better. They announced... No, even better than that. They just announced that they're adding 2 weeks worth of screenings, and they end the day before it drops on
Let's
YouTube.
Go! Let's go! Fuck them kids!
So literally, all of this was for fucking nothing.
Wow.
Yeah!
Oh, but I still saw them cry about dodging spoilers. I'm like...
Then go to the fucking theater!
Or get one of those teen Ubers. Like, I'm sorry, like... Or if you can't, get to it, now you have 2 weeks to see it, and I'm like, you can't get off of TikTok, YouTube, or, Twitter, which, by the way, if you're a kid, what the fuck are you even doing on Twitter?
Yes. Oh no, my parents made me bad food for supper. Most adults shouldn't be on Twitter, let's be honest here, but God, that's so funny. That makes my day. Is this the official Glitch statement?
Yes.
Underneath it?
Yeah, that's what I posted in the doc.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, and I love how it's framed like they're someone resigning from a sex scandal when they're dealing with literal children.
It says, "Hey, all, Kevin here. Please read." Okay, CEO of Glitch here. I wanted to jump in and talk directly to the theatrical release of Digital Circus Finale as it's being 2 weeks from its YouTube release. There is a reason we're pushing for all this because one of the event has potential to change how the industry views indie animation. If this works, we get a YouTube animated series into thousands of theaters globally. It opens the door not just for us, but for many creators, many projects in future the original creator-led storytelling. To be blunt, getting to the point, it's been a massive uphill battle. The traditional film industry has never really done something like this before at a global scale. It's a lot of bets taken over the last 8 years of running Glitch. It's a bit of a risk to truly push into a new territory, but we really believe it's worth it. The 2-week gap came out of a lot of back and forth. Theaters were originally asking for a minimum of a month. That pushed to how to get back down to 1 week or less, but they weren't willing to budge for that. So 2 weeks is what we finally landed. Even if that apparently is unheard of for them. I get it, it's not ideal for everyone. I genuinely hear the frustration, but if this works, it changes the game for us and for a lot of independent creators down the line. I also hear that there are you who are frustrated because there isn't a theater near you. We are working around the clock to fix that. We are currently in active talks with several theater chains in the countries around the world, pushing for more screens and more locations every single day. But also, we really want to get into theaters in our home, Australia. Trust me, we do. We're just waiting for someone to respond to us. And for those who have been respectfully reaching out to local cinemas, thank you. It's actually working. Those emails are the best leverage we have to show theaters that there is a massive audience waiting for this. We're doing everything in our power to make this accessible and possible for us to try and move the needle for indie animation. Thanks for sticking with us. The fact that people are bitching, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that dude's last name by a country mile. But the fact that people are bitching about this when the production company just said they can't get it to air in their own home country.
Which, as of now, they have.
They have, but the fact that you're bitching that you can't see it at your house and the people that made it can't have it debut in their own country.
Yeah, what?
Holy mother of God, self-entitlement. Good Lord.
And here's the dumbest thing is that, even the theaters, if they don't have self-control, why are you illegally filming movies anyway?
We're gonna start doing what they do in high schools, where you throw your freaking phone in a yonder pouch and don't get to take it in with you.
I mean, that's what I've had to do for screenings. Like, when I've gone to press screenings, like, to me it's crazy that, like, that's just not a thing in, like, movie theaters.
No. There should be lock boxes and stuff. Like, I believe even, who was it? I think it's Chris Rock makes people do that at his comedy shows, if I'm not mistaken. Makes them lock their phones up. I thought it was Chris Rock. It's some really well-known comedian. But, yeah, it's... I hate people sometimes. I hate people a lot of times, if I'm being perfectly honest. All right, so we're on to gaming news now.
Rock, same.
Yeah,
Same.
Yeah, people are stupid.
Same.
People are the worst. All right, hold on. Wait. Hold on.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
I'm like a little kid with this first Fisher Price, whatever. All right. Report is that there is a God of War Faye spin-off claimed to feature Tyr in multiple mythologies. It has been 4 years since Studio Santa Monica released God of War Ragnarok. Oh, God.
Yes, I did, Umbreon. I did it. I have it open on my tab.
God. Okay. All right. Since then, the studio has kept silent on what they're working on. While there's nothing announced so far, rumors have surfaced that Santa Monica is working on a new entry in the franchise, though it's one of the spin-offs that stars Faye and not everyone's angry dad, Kratos. It seems like the rumors are surrounding the God of War spin-off game gaining steam as more info is about it has surfaced, and here at MP First, we have spotted new references to the project as well. A report came back in Fandom Wire that mentioned how the spin-off will feature 2 main characters, and it wouldn't include Kratos, though it mentions how the Spartan hero will still make an appearance somehow. Since the article went up, the author has since corrected some info. The now deleted Reddit comment clarified how the prequel will star Faye, Kratos' deceased wife, who is played by Deborah Ann... No, what's her last name?
Deborah Ann Woll.
Deborah Ann Woll. Never realized that until someone told me, and now I can't believe how I didn't see it. And...
I did not realize that either. She's perfect.
Go look at her face model now, and you'll 1,000% realize it's Deborah. It'd be like after someone said it to me, I'm like, how the hell did I not realize that was her? But
she is a full nerd, by the way, in real life. Love her so much.
100%. 100%. All right. Not Freya as the lead initially, but Tyr, the Norse god of war. The comment also mentions how the companion will have a kind of that's the companion, some kind of gelatinous cube, a talking sword, as will be present in the game, which is said to be Merlin. That's odd. Yes, that's odd. We agree. In addition, the prequel will explore several mythologies such as Mayan and more, which isn't surprising to those who play God of War 2018. At the least, we can confirm that East Asian mythologies will be part of it, and we've heard elements from Chinese and Japanese mythologies will be in a new entry in the series. We've said that the game development is fickle.
Very cool.
Yeah. Further adding the spin-off that Tom Henderson said in a podcast that he has heard that the next mainline God of War, which we presume will be this game, will be announced this month.
Ooh.
And there is rumored to have a state of play coming out either this Friday or next Friday. So, I've also heard separately that, like, last month, the God of War 2 is to be announced very soon, as in April as well, the next mainline one. Always take it as well with a grain of salt. I would like that a lot if it was her. Game at Laufey would be great, because you know what? She was the one that used the axe before Kratos, so you can just adopt a lot of the same moveset.
Yeah. Totally.
And getting Deborah Ann Woll to, like, voice and mocap out a God of War game.
Amazing. I have been, you know what's so funny about this is I have been just Deborah Ann Wold like this whole entire week, because like I've been watching Daredevil 2015, also been watching her in True Blood, also like now this news. It's like, yeah. And let me tell you, being Deborah Ann Wold ain't so bad.
No, it's not. It is not.
Beautiful woman. Amazing actress. I love her.
Gorgeous woman. All right. The Stop Killing Games movement has officially backed the proposed California bill focused on protecting players when online games are shut down. Publishers must provide an offline mode or a way to keep the game playable after server shutdown.
Yes.
Yes. If it is if it is not possible, players should receive a full refund.
100%. Where's that sound bite? Where's that sound clip, Brock?
There we go.
There we are.
We need to
All
get
right.
more of those in there. All right. If it is not possible, players should receive a full refund. The goal is to protect
Yes.
digital ownership and game preservation. The proposal
That's right.
fully follows growing concerns over gamers becoming completely inaccessible once support ends, especially shutdowns like The Crew. Most gamers think that players play for a game that should remain playable or fairly compensated. Yeah.
Yep.
I agree.
100%.
100%. And, like, you should shut it down if eventually, like, you get to a point where literally nobody is fucking playing it. Like, you have a 0 player count for, like, a year.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if it's dead or if it's on a system, maybe, that is, like, outdated or whatever, and then let modders go to work on it, I guess. But, like, look at Anthem, which is a game that just recently shut down, like, fairly recently, I would say.
It. One of them was me.
Yeah, people were still playing it, and also, like, I would play that single player sometimes just for the hell of it. You know what I mean?
Awesome. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I wish they would have gave that, like, they would have had BioWare do it and then just handed it over to someone that wasn't BioWare.
Hand it over to the modders. The modding scene will definitely do it. Like, make all that code available to them, and they'll do it. They'll handle it, and they'll, like...
Yeah, put that shit open source.
Yeah, and
make it open source.
I've never seen a video game have a
Ridiculous.
more excuse of, we can do whatever the fuck we want. The literal main driving force in the game was the Anthem of Creation, where people could just take it, strap some fucking machinery to it, and make whatever they want. It was a literal rule that said they could make whatever they want.
Yeah.
And you were just being Iron Man with magical powers.
Yeah, you were just Iron Man, pretty much. With
it was
just abilities
so good.
from Mass Effect 3 multiplayer.
It was awesome. It was fucking great.
Yeah.
And the big giant creatures you fight, the open world was good. Fuck, it
could have been
good.
something really special, and I feel like they just mismanaged a whole ton of it.
They did, and they gave it to a company that is not meant to make those type of games.
Exactly. The fact that it ended up, like, having actually some really fun gameplay mechanics is actually some kind of a miracle, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Oh, so cool. All right. Sony is reportedly testing a PlayStation Store interface similar to Netflix with large game tiles, trailers that autoplay in categories like open world and cinematic. This, I actually think, would be kind of cool. It
could be interesting.
It would be differentiate, and if they did it right, you could actually have some things that are like, say, if you don't know if a game is whatever, you just get the title. Imagine if you actually saw gameplay from it, like, playing in the background, where you didn't have to go into the 6, like, different menus into it to look at it. Be like, oh, that caught my eye. I never would have tried that before. If you do that right, that could be cool.
That could be very cool. Yeah, I agree.
It could be very cool, which could be and gonna be are two very, very different things.
Extremely different things.
Yeah. All right. If this is true also, I hope this is, and it'd be fucking hilarious if it was. Apparently, Nintendo is reportedly circulating false information internally as a deliberate strategy to identify leakers. They may affect some news we've heard the past few days, including Luigi's Mansion movie and new game, a new classic Star Fox game on the Switch 2, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake, and the next 3D Mario being delayed until 2027.
That sounds so Nintendo, and honestly, if they did do that, I'm rooting for them there, because those leakers are something else.
They are. That gives a whole new definition to my uncle works at Nintendo. Like, no, your uncle used to work at Nintendo. Because, like, he told you something and now he's fired.
Right.
All right. This is...
That's bonkers to me.
Yeah. So, hey, I believe it was last week we talked about how Disney is basically just waiting to buy Epic. So, apparently...
And they were, like, theme park mode and everything. And I was wondering, like, how exactly that would work in a Fortnite game. Yeah. But I'm also wondering how exactly this would work in a Fortnite game.
Yeah. Apparently, Epic Games is releasing a Disney extraction shooter.
Is Mickey just gonna run around with, like, a couple Glocks and just, like, capping fools? Like, is that what's gonna happen?
I'm gonna cap your ass!
We're gonna shoot...
With, like, the AI voices and all that shit, too.
I had sex with your mom, you suck!
Fat one!
Suck my fat one! Racist term here! All right, I can't wait to hear Mickey pull the hard R. That's gonna be a fun one. Oh,
ask Walt about unions!
What I would want it to turn into like a pull string of they turn Mickey into things the developers are saying because they're tired. Oh, they're gonna fire a bunch of people because of the merger. Oh!
You know what's insane is they used to actually have that, because I wanted one, but it wasn't too expensive. It was like an interactive Mickey doll you could put in the Disney parks, and it would like track in real time and say like actual like facts and stuff, so it was kind of like a pull string doll.
Yeah. All right, so for the past 2 years, Epic has been building something far bigger than a Fortnite collab. When Disney invested $1.5 billion into the company in 2024, that deal came with a plan. A multi-game universe built around Marvel, Star Wars, Avatar, and Pixar properties. And most Epic employees never knew the details, but the first game is almost done. Epic's secret Disney game explained. According to Bloomberg, this game is an extraction...
It's not really a game. It's a part of Fortnite, though.
I know. I'm trying to say this with a straight face. The game is an extraction shooter featuring Disney characters battling enemies until they reach an extraction point, following a format similar to Arc Raiders. The 4 current and former employees told Bloomberg the game is on track for a November launch, though internal reviewers have raised concerns about mechanics lacking originality. You don't fucking say. Epic has already committed to at least 2 more games under the Disney deal, though early builds of the second title received middling reviews, and resources for the third one were pulled back after Disney reportedly expressed frustration with Epic's release timeline. Epic and Disney both pushed back on the characterization, with Epic saying it's building a new games and entertainment universe of Disney experiences, and Disney's calling the collaboration transformational. The news comes with a rough moment for Epic. Last month, the company laid 1,000 employees as a part of a $500 million cost-cutting effort, and the CEO told Tim Sweeney acknowledged that Fortnite has struggled to deliver consistent results each season, while Bloomberg reports that new products also fell short of internal expectations. We didn't make $5 billion yesterday. Fortnite Ballistic and Fortnite Festival Battle Stage shut down on April 16th, and Rocket Racing will follow in October. All of those I did not know fucking existed.
Me neither.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but it's certainly good fodder for the podcast.
It is. What else was good fodder for the podcast? I forgot to put this in here, but
yeah.
So, for those that don't know, Rockstar got hacked again.
Yeah.
Oh no.
The hackers were requesting $200,000 for their information. You hacked Rockstar and you're asking for less than $1 million. That makes me think your information's not that good. And then they are like, you have until this date to give us the money or we're going to release the info. And everyone got all, whoa, this is going to affect Grand Theft Auto. And then Rockstar went, cool, we know what you have, release it. And they said that the day before the ransom was due. And then the people released it. And it was the wages of the people that work there.
Okay.
That was all they had.
Wow.
Good.
Okay, and?
That was it. That was their big plan to kill Rockstar, was to release the wages of their employees that are making so much money. But part of it that came out with that leak is that just in shark cards, not DLCs, not whatever, not blah-de-blah, not hoo-ha, whatever, just in shark cards, they've made over $5 billion in profit from GTA Online.
That's crazy.
That is wild.
Yeah, and people are now starting to be less and less skeptical about the rumored budget of GTA 6 being $2.5 billion.
Yeah.
Because they can make that back in online.
They can do it. Yep.
They might make that back in sales the first year.
Yeah.
That's actually insane that I don't think that's that far off. All right. So, Kiona.
Yes, Brock.
Hey, remember when you and me had a lot of conversations about how, man, I can't wait to see how Xbox fucks up this merger with Activision, and how every Xbox person went, exclusives for everything on Game Pass. We get games for free, even though we play for Xbox or Game Pass every month. The rumor is that they're going to take Call of Duty off Game Pass because they're losing money.
Yeah, and they damn well should, probably.
It's all... Hey, Kiona... What's that crazy thing we've been saying for years, but everybody who's an Xbox diehard just can't admit it? What was it? It was a thing... Oh yeah, Game Pass is a fucking money pit.
Yeah,
it doesn't work. You make a game for $200 million and then make someone pay $5 a month to play it.
Yeah,
I'm not the best at math, but I'm pretty all right. $200 million, $5 million a month.
Well, I mean, also, what are you gonna buy if it's $70 for Call of Duty, whatever the fuck? And Black Ops 8,962 or whatever.
Yep.
And you have you have it at $70, $80, $100 for the premium edition, physically or digitally. And then you also have it available on Game Pass, which is $30 a month now. Let's go with the current number. Which one are you gonna pay?
Mm-hmm. They're actually on 63. But you want to know? And someone commented this underneath the Twitter thread that I saw for it, and I bet it's scarily accurate. Is that they're going to use this as the excuse of that's why Call of Duty or why Black Ops 7 didn't do good because it was on Game Pass, not because it was god awful.
Yeah. Oh my god, the campaigns are god awful now. Jesus Christ. Remember when they actually used to put effort into that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't do that no more.
They spent...
Now it's just, here's the big multiplayer map. Here's the Warzone map. Now go do a couple of missions on your own.
Yeah, and
stupid.
Here was the time frame. Everybody. Spent $70 billion purchasing Activision so you could put Call of Duty on Game Pass. Spent 2 years in court with the FTC over the purchase. Finally closed the deal, put Call of Duty on Game Pass only for the numbers to crater, absorbed all the costs of production, and now released it traditionally anyway.
Yep.
Wow.
And now be releasing half of the exclusives that you had on PlayStation and make more money on PlayStation than you ever did selling them on Game Pass.
Uh-huh.
And now Xbox players are hoping to God that Arceus Forum is going to be like, no, take back all that profit so that we cannot buy games on your system and not make you money over here. She's not going to do that.
Did you hear how amazing the Starfield PS5 port turned out to be?
Sold less than 150,000 copies.
Ouch.
What a great game.
It's almost like no one cared.
Highly anticipated.
And it also showed up broken as fuck on PS5.
Jesus, I know. It showed up broken as fuck when it first released.
Yeah, it's almost
it was
like
awful.
Bethesda using the same engine that's been broken for 3
what do you
decades.
expect? Day one for games to work that you're paying $70 for?
I
That's so stupid of you.
But here's the thing though. Here's the thing though. This is a game that they took over. I believe it was like 8 or 9 years to make, and they keep using the same engine that has been known for making their games have assloads of game-breaking bugs, but they won't change their engine.
Because, using Unreal 5 is for quitters.
Well, no, it's like they have their own... No, they're not even using Unreal. They have their own in-house engine that's terrible.
No, I'm saying they could be like a normal person and use Unreal like everyone else.
Well, that's the problem, too. Unreal also doesn't do great because it has like horrible frames per second with certain games and shit like that. So now people, even though it's unbelievably easy to use, but like how it handles certain games is ass. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But all right. Hey, speaking of Bethesda and originality.
Speaking of.
Pete Hines has said that Bethesda isn't a part of something genuine or authentic at Microsoft, and he quit after he felt powerless to do what needed to be done to run the place properly.
Oof.
Yep. Yeah, why does that not surprise me?
One of what's awesome is that I bet after Elder Scrolls 6 drops 19 years from now, that's gonna be the last game that Todd Howard ever makes, and then they're gonna have no one that knows how to make video games left at Bethesda.
Yeah. They'll just have that one janitor who keeps pouring Skyrim.
Yep.
Did you see what he posted the DM? I'm dying. I'm so sorry.
I saw it, and yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's not going on. That's not going on stream. But
Jeez.
anyway.
What?
Good Lord.
Okay.
No, wanna know what's really funny? And I believe this genuinely. I honest to God believe we are going to get a port of Skyrim on the PlayStation 6 before we get Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh no, hell yeah.
I actually believe that that's going to happen. It's kind of crazy to me because they've just started active development a year ago and they announced that the game was being worked on because God no, we didn't know that. They announced that the title was happening like 5 years ago and then didn't start working on it till now. So that game will be announced and probably come out 16 years probably after it got announced.
Jesus.
That thing will be able to drive when it's on a console.
Can I ask you, Brock, is
go
there
ahead.
anything genuine or authentic at Microsoft Gaming right now?
No,
At
because
Xbox right now.
they get rid of all the companies that are.
I know. Yeah.
They had Tango Gameworks, and then they just said, no, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. Hi-Fi Rush. That was a great game.
And then the
Very
possibility
creative.
of the government psyop that was that Perfect Dark game.
I know. I was interested in that. I was genuinely interested in that.
Yeah, and now
And even the one game that we mentioned earlier, the Clockwork Revolution thing. What the hell happened to that?
They just gave up on it. And now Fable, maybe,
Fable
whatever.
It's getting delayed or whatever. I don't even...
Yeah.
I don't understand what their thinking is. I mean, like, all of the games, like, I did react to that on stream to that Xbox partner preview
partner
thing
showcase?
that they did a couple of weeks ago or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And, like, all the games were really cool, and I liked them, but the thing of it is, or most of them were, but the thing of it is that they're multi-platform. There's nothing interesting that is just an Xbox-only game.
Yep.
Dude, they have so much that they could be doing right now. They have so many old franchises and old properties that they could be releasing or re-releasing even, and they just don't touch it.
You know what's like crazy? Like, they could make a Banjo game and it wouldn't be terribly expensive.
I was just about to fucking say that!
Yeah.
That would sell like hotcakes. But the problem is, Pete Hines has went out of his way to say that no, people don't like platformers. So, yeah, you know, Nintendo, the company that's like literally lived, breathed, and died off platformers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just think about it, like, Halo is not even going to be platform exclusive anymore. It's
and
like
neither is Gears of War.
And neither is Gears. I mean,
what is a stalwart game and neither is Fable? Kiona, you're more of an Xbox guy than me. Tell me, is there an actual IP that they built their company around that is not going to be on a PlayStation by the end of this generation?
No. Look, they have Microsoft Flight Simulator on PlayStation.
I forgot about that. They have Forza.
And isn't Forza on there too?
Yeah,
Forza's on there, right?
It sold better on PlayStation than it did on Xbox. It sold like 3.5 million copies in like the first month. Yeah.
Crimson Skies is a property that was pretty Microsoft focused when it first released, and I mean when that game on the original Xbox, when High Road to Revenge came out, and like Crimson Skies was like a long running PC game series, if I remember correctly.
I believe you are correct. Yes,
and like if they were to re-release that today or remaster it or do a, God, we can only hope, like a sequel to that game, which they will never do.
No.
But if they ever did, it would be a multi-platform release. And that would be one of the few that's actually left in the chamber that could be an Xbox exclusive.
It is. And it's
brute force, motherfuckers.
It's one of those things where
I'm kidding. That'll never ever come back.
They literally went out of their way to say we're going to outspend PlayStation, and they did.
Yeah, they did.
It just didn't work out.
It didn't work out.
And
it makes me sad, honestly.
Bring back Duke Nukem. Avi, what's his name? Who does Devil May Cry on Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh, Adi Shankar.
Adi Shankar is doing that, Umbreon. He has got the rights, and he's going to do a Netflix show for him. I can't wait for him to be voiced by John Cena.
Because of course.
No, be amazing.
No, that is going to be the most... You thought the most American, parody, America bad thing you saw was the government invading hell in Devil May Cry? Wait till you see whatever he does with Duke Nukem.
So, Brock, may I skip to the Xbox thing since we're on the topic?
Yeah, I was going to tell you. Go ahead. That's all yours. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so I kind of just added this in to the doc as like a little talking point because it has to do with one of the original co-founders of Xbox. So Microsoft's former VP of game publishing and Xbox co-founder Ed Fries said that the company has long wanted to marry the PC and console spaces, according to an interview with the Expansion Pass, which was reported on by thegamer.com.
Yep.
Fries said that Microsoft envisioned a hybrid console PC system for the original version of the Xbox, which is actually called the Direct Xbox originally.
Is that really what they called it? Really?
Because DirectX was like the name of their their pipeline.
Yeah.
God.
That's right. That's right.
That's
so it was referred to
as
that. It was referred to as that, but I don't think that they ever intended for it to be called that. But anyway, that's where Xbox comes from. Engineers were severely constrained on system resources. So to quote Fries, he said, not the Xbox that we shipped, but the original plan was that it was going to be a PC running Windows, and it was basically a PC, a desktop PC that looks kind of like a console and pretended that it was a console, but it was really a PC underneath. And what we shipped was somewhere, somewhere in between. I know. It sounds to me like he would, because it was probably like a podcast or something, so they just quoted him verbatim. But also, like at the time, before the original Xbox was out, you had the Dreamcast that came out, and that ran a version of Windows which was called Windows CE. So like they were already making inroads into the gaming sphere, into the gaming space, but it had never really been something that they had done themselves until Sega, of course, exited the hardware market, and then they had a way in, essentially. According to the article, it was the RAM that ended up being the biggest issue holding back that vision, as any bit you had allocated to the operating system was a piece you couldn't use in a game. 25 years later, this is me editorializing, that vision is on the verge of becoming a reality, apparently, via Project Helix, or so Microsoft would like us to believe. And this is just me talking now, and I said, note the lack of any Xbox branding. And maybe this is the point for Xbox, for Microsoft, basically, all along. So, yeah, we are in the Microsoft gaming era, apparently, which, again, is so corporate, and it makes me very, very sad. But hearing that, hearing what Seamus Blackley said, who was also a co-founder, and hearing now what Ed Fries has to say, and the fact that they, it just seemed like,
they accidentally made a massive success once, and that was it. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Nobody knew what the fuck they were doing. They were riding by, they were flying by the seat of their pants every day.
They really
every day.
They really were. But I mean, I of course that was the console that made me a fan of the Xbox originally, was because those guys that were out there that were actually they were like the team behind it, and they had a lot of passion for it. And
They
it seemed
did.
like, they were into it and they really believed in it. It was a product that they really backed. And it's such a far cry from how it is today.
It is. They need to bring The Rock back.
Obviously. They need to bring back that dope ass like original prototype Xbox, man. That thing that was just a giant X.
Yeah.
That was just all silvery.
It looked like the X Division title from
It
TNA.
literally looked like the X Division title.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's fucked, man. It's real
Yeah,
fucked.
I don't know, man. Project Helix. I'm both curious, kind of like morbidly curious, but I'm also like, I just don't know what to
The
do.
sad part is, though, they waited to do this, and then
Yeah.
the Steam machine got announced first.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Could
They
not
make their
have
own
been.
game.
And then everyone at Microsoft went, well, we can't back out now. Let's
I mean, I
fail
think-
again.
They're just so reactive, and that's the same thing that happened with the ROG Ally X, whatever that thing is called,
Oh my
where
God, yeah.
you wanted to have like a portable, like a portable Xbox essentially.
It's not a
And then
bad
they went ahead
idea.
and made that after everything had come out already. It was all like Steam decks and Steam handhelds.
Yeah, and then the update, all the new ROG allies made them be just an
Yeah.
Xbox ROG ally, but $500 less.
Oh yeah, totally.
They just didn't have the Xbox button.
They just
And it-
paid for the branding.
It's so fucking stupid. Like I have I have it in my bag because I'm leaving for Texas for family vacation tomorrow. I basically have the
Mhm.
same fucking thing, but $700 cheaper in my PlayStation Portal.
Oh yeah.
It's very sad now because you can stream off of it. Like it's not downloaded on it, but I have the same quality. That thing's rock solid off of shit Wi-Fi. So like
That's crazy.
it's ridiculous. But all right. So
All right.
we're on to movie news now. Who is all caught up on The Boys?
I am very not, actually. I still have to watch season 2 of Gen V.
I still need to do that too, but I've watched the current. Do you mind spoilers?
Nah, go ahead.
Okay, Kiona, what did you think of the first 2 episodes?
I enjoyed them. I thought that they were very, very good episodes. I'm kind of glad that they sort of kept the more overtly gross stuff to a minimum.
Yeah.
It did seem like they were more focused on the plot and more focused on the character developments and stuff like that. I think Anthony Starr is just nailing the crap out of the role.
That dude is going to have everything on his plate offered to him.
He's crazy good.
He's
And
so
also it's
good.
really good to see Carl Urban again. I'm
Yeah.
just happy to have like the show back and those characters back, even though they're, most of them are terrible people, but it's pretty awesome, I thought.
The only thing that's kind of weird to me, and maybe I'm misremembering the end of season 4, is
Uh-huh.
it kind of weird that Butcher's just like himself now?
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Was-
I think
was
he kind
there-
of
was there
worked it
much
out
of a
at the end
recap?
of season 4, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, well, like he gets taken over by the thing that was in him with Jeffrey Dean Morgan because he took the after effects
That's right.
of the soup thing. I thought he was kind of off. If I remember correctly, I'll have to watch it. I thought he was just kind of off his rocker after he walked out and then whatever. And then now he's just back to being regular Butcher, but
Yeah.
has powers,
Yeah.
like mentally. And
I
like,
don't know.
it's weird. It's cool now that Kimiko talks. I get
I
a kick out
love
of
how
that.
she talks. Oh my god.
And
It's
like,
so great.
yeah, she's just adorable. Karen Fukuhara is just an absolute sweetheart.
She was am I misremembering, but wasn't she in the Suicide Squad movie?
Yeah,
The-
she was-
the
she was
the
Katana.
first
Yeah, she was.
one as
She was
Katana,
Katana.
right?
Yep. She's also
Yeah, I thought she was good in that even.
She's also one of the lead characters in Callisto Protocol.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the main
She's
female character
great.
in that.
I love her.
Yeah, she is also the person that took over for Arden Show in season 2 of the Tomb Raider show when they brought Sam Nishimura in, and she voiced her. She does really
Oh,
good
shit.
in that.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, so she does
I
really
can see
good in
that.
that. But yeah, she's just
So
an
glad they
absolute,
brought her back.
absolute sweetheart. But yeah, everything with Frenchie and all of it's really good. The scene with Teenage Kicks with Rock Solid.
Oh my god. Oh my
Some of the dumbest. That scene is abhorrently and obscenely fucking gross. But they present it in a way where you don't think about it while the scene is happening.
Yeah,
because that honestly, might be the grossest thing in the whole show, but you don't think about it.
Yeah.
And everyone doing this, you'll see it. Think about the detail they tell you of why he's in the situation of why he's in.
Mm-hmm.
And the scene is a billion times grosser, but you never think about it because they never go out of their way to make it be super gross all the time.
Yeah.
But it's great.
I think maybe they heard a little bit of the feedback there with regard to like, because even Gen V in season 2 was not quite as well. No, there were a few moments. There were a few moments.
Like you don't have people blood vessel bursting someone's dick like they did.
Yeah, like they did in season. Yeah.
Or when they Thanos somebody's dick in season, was that 3?
Oh my god,
the termite.
Real. That was ridiculous.
Unreal. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good.
But yeah, some big events happen, which I won't spoil.
Yeah.
But yeah. But it definitely hits the ground running. For sure.
Oh,
pun intended.
100%. I can't wait for it.
I think that like some of the character developments, some of the developments with certain people in the cast also are very, very interesting as well, and I'm curious to see where they go with it.
100%.
Oh god, what was the last thing? What do you think of Black Noir? Like, what's up with that?
People are thinking that
some interesting theories
that he got switched again.
Yeah.
But then you had that line from The Deep where he said he just got really into method acting. And someone explained to me that there's a line in there that's really fucking funny, but I didn't realize it.
Oh, isn't it the one where he mentions like the method acting?
Yeah, he says
the
whatever technique, and he mentions a guy who is specifically against method acting.
Yes.
So like it just shows how fucking stupid The Deep is.
Yep.
But really stupid. Man, he is so good.
Did you see those little like YouTube things that are like deep thoughts with The Deep?
Deep thoughts with The Deep.
Oh my god.
Chase Crawford, whenever you put him and Anthony Starr together, like that scene, and I found out that they kind of worked it out themselves and they did the scene differently. When they're doing that thing, he's like, "What's the one thing I can't make that I can't see through, Deep?" Think, Homelander. What's the box made out of, Deep? Oh, Zinc, Homelander. And when he makes him eat that squid that he was like romantically involved with in the other season.
Oh god.
It's so good. Oh man, The Boys continues to just be so fucking great. And like pretty soon we're going to get to see Jared and Misha be in the show, and I can't wait for it.
I'm so excited for that.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
All right, so we're done talking about The Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, so Metal Gear Solid is getting a movie, and Zach Lipovsky and Adam B. Stein are going to be directing it. They are the directors of Final Destination Bloodlines.
Okay.
Awesome.
My thoughts here are nothing on the directing quality of those two gentlemen or my belief in the ability of those two gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anyone can properly make that thing be that thing without it not being that thing.
Are you saying it needs Kojima or else it won't be Metal Gear Solid?
Mike, how do I explain to you that there is full moments in this video game where a guy named Revolver Ocelot makes cat noises and meows, and it's not treated as him being weird. or how a guy takes a person's cybernetic arm and then gets possessed by the spirit of the guy that used to have the arm, so they get into a fight with themselves on a tanker, or how there's an entire squad in one of them that are made out of supermodels, and you kind of have to have like sexy pillow time fight scenes and dream sequences with them in order to take them out. But it's also in a scene where some of the most emotionally, like, just jarring shit you've ever seen is.
Yeah, so the guys who made Final Destination Bloodlines are perfect for this.
It's a property, like, everyone says that, like, some properties are just borderline unadaptable.
Yeah.
This is the only one where I would not be upset at people if they're like, that is not a fucking Metal Gear Solid movie, because if you're not exactly what Metal Gear Solid is, you're so far off the mark that it's not even funny, and you can be that far off the mark by missing it by 1%.
Can you imagine if, like, you get to the Psycho Mantis thing? Imagine if Psycho Mantis is even in the movie. And imagine if you get to that bit, and then suddenly just things start going wrong, like the projector turns off and shit.
Yeah, where they say the guy has to replug in the projector. Mike, here's another example. When you play Metal Gear Solid, in the game, you come up a guy named Psycho Mantis, who is a telepath, psychokinetic person. In the game, he starts reading the memory card in your system and giving you shit and ripping on you about the games you've played.
Oh, I see you enjoy Tekken 3.
Yeah. And then to beat him, you have to unplug the controller from port 1 and then plug it into port 2 because he was psychokinetically controlling port 1 on your gaming system. Are you starting to see why parts of this are very hard to adapt?
Like I said, you need Kojima in there.
I appreciate the effort. I truly do. But man, there's a scene in Metal Gear Solid 5 where a giant psychokinetic fire whale gets thrown at a truck to stop them, and it's not deemed weird that men in regular squad uniforms are fighting a guy that can shoot giant, on-fire, exploding sperm whales at you.
You know what, though? I really want to see that in a movie, so they better damn well adapt this right.
Well, I've explained to you 4 different games at this point. None of them are the same game!
I know.
And that's another thing with Metal Gear Solid. What one are you adapting? What are you adapting it in? Because none of the games are in any sort of fucking chronological order.
No, they are not.
And then there's another scene where a guy who is trying to save a woman has to confess how he has an awkward crush on his aunt and pisses himself when he has to try and talk to a woman normally. I repeat, these games are going to be fucking hard to adapt!
Not to mention the fact that you already have all that weird fourth wall breaking about the movies and stuff when you try to save the game.
Yeah,
in like Metal Gear Solid 3.
In Metal Gear Solid, Mike, I can't remember what it is, but they make it so like the big boss basically invented Axe body spray. Or no, not Axe body spray, like Old Spice or something. Like they're so fucking weird. This is the same guy that made in-universe advertisements with Monster Energy in his video games. And also made it so that you fought giant tar monsters that are a part of the space-time continuum breaking with the Big Bang, that had rain, that super aged you, and you fought them by throwing bombs made of your own urine! I repeat, these things are going to be very hard to adapt!
So they're going to work on Metal Gear Solid and then just jump right to Death Stranding. That's what I'm hearing.
I tell you now, this might be the first time where if the
will
movie
never get a new Snatcher.
where if the movie is god awful, it might be better made.
Yeah.
I don't know how to properly explain. I don't know if I could tell you if the movie was made good. This might be the first time where if this gets adapted, I can't tell you if they made it properly.
Yeah. It'll just be too damn confusing.
And the plots themselves are just like, military, go get blank and blank. There's also a whole thing where you rescue a little dog named Dee for Diamond Dog, because your group is called the Diamond Dogs. And then randomly, they dedicate an entire NPC conversation to two hard-ass killers with hundreds of kill counts, holding this puppy going, man, have you ever felt the puppy's paw pads? They're like so soft. It's crazy. Come over here. You gotta feel this. Like, it's just... Okay, Metal Gear is completely not what I assumed it is. Umbreon? There's also
weird,
an entire thing where a guy, his entire plot point is that he just has a pet monkey. And I'm not even that familiar with Metal Gear, and I can tell you how hard it would be to adapt this. Anyway, I could go on for a while. Go look up some of the plots of Metal Gear Solid games. They're fucking weird.
Can we get the voice act? Can we get David Hayter to play him?
God, I hope so. God, I really hope so.
Be hilarious, honestly.
All right.
And also all of the weird horny comments that Solid Snake makes in the first game.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, it's so weird.
It's so weird. They cannot make that movie without the codexes though.
Oh no, of course
they
not.
Where the things come up on the
the
screen, and I don't know how they're going to do that. Because that's very video gamey shit.
It's so weird, man.
It's so weird.
I'm excited to see what they do, honestly.
I can't imagine the amount of people that got confused by me very badly trying to explain Metal Gear Solid right now. You also in Metal Gear Solid Rising, you literally fight a senator jacked up on nanomachines, and you hit him with the arm of a mech when you don't have that kind of super strength. You literally fight a roided out super senator who needs you to frame American dead lives because he needs votes. And then he bundles you up, throws you in the air, and kicks you into the side of a mech, and you hear fake audience crowd noise cheering because he got a goal. And this is in the same game where you can put up cardboard cutouts of Japanese supermodels, and it makes the mechs get confused and distracted so you can get stealth kills.
What does the senator guy say to you? What does he say? There's like a line. There's like a really famous line.
He quotes "I have a dream" to them in a scene where there's only white men. and it's like, and he goes, and do you know why, Jack? 'Cause I have a dream. And and then like he's like feeling his big old pecs, and he goes, "Nano machine, son," and he just starts punching the shit out of you.
Nano machine, son.
That is from a game that is one of my favorite games I've ever played, Metal Gear Solid Rising Revengeance. Couldn't tell you what the game's about, but God, I fucking loved it. Anyway, moving on, because this is going on for a while. All right, at CinemaCon 2026, Sony Pictures has announced that an R-rated animated adaptation of PlayStation's Soulsborne game by Bloodborne is being produced by Jacksepticeye. Jacksepticeye lives, breathes, and dies that property.
Mm-hmm.
And that is something, that is going to work worlds better, in my opinion, in animation. Because trying to do it realistically with certain budgets for what you need this movie to make, being rated R, would be very difficult.
Yep.
And as much as everybody would like to think that everyone in the gaming world plays and knows and loves this game, they don't. I do, but not everyone else does. And this will be one where you could take a chunk of the game and just make it a movie.
How
I
long
will
is
tell-
the game?
Like 40 hours.
Oh,
Jesus.
Like easily. And also, FromSoft games are you find out about the lore and the plot if you want to. It
Mhm.
doesn't outright tell you. It's a lot of finding documents and putting pieces together, and then also watching, and then when you think you know it, finding out you're incorrect, and then watching a 6-hour deep dive on YouTube for the guy that did the research for you because they don't tell you the plot outright in the game.
gotcha.
So, a guy who is super into it, who lives, breathes it, has the tattoos, has played it on his streams multiple times, and is a guy who is on the creative level of Markiplier, who just made Iron Lung. So, no, not like Destiny Umbreon, because you could get little cards that point blank tell you absolutely everything. Bloodborne doesn't do that. Destiny is at 1,000. Bloodborne and Souls games are at a 1 at quality of telling you what the story is without having to look for it. You don't have cutscenes telling you plot points in Destiny, in Bloodborne ever. You have them in Destiny. You have them in all these other games. This is, you have a weapon, go kill thing. That's your game. And you find out the plot if you want to. But
Yeah.
it could be very good. It could be amazing, and it will be awesome to see in animated form. All right. This next one isn't news, but I just thought this was really fucking funny that James Cameron, of all people, said this. James Cameron, on his guilty pleasure film, Resident Evil is quite beautifully made. Watching Michelle Rodriguez in that film, moving like this feral creature is joyful.
You want to make a bet that's why he hired her for Avatar?
It could be.
I wouldn't put it past him.
It could be.
Yeah.
I will give them credit, as it is not a direct adaptation. Resident Evil 1 and 2 are the least horrible of those movies.
Yeah, I mean, they were actually pretty okay.
That's a
I know.
glowing recommendation, Brock.
High marks from me. They're the least horrible. 2 is genuinely good, in my opinion. 1 is a bad adaptation of a good game that doesn't take itself too seriously and start injecting Alice having superpowers. Which, you know what? If I was Paul W. Anderson and I had that wife, I'd show her off too. Don't blame him. But
plus Laser Grid Hallway.
Laser Grid Hallway, which made it into the video games afterwards.
It did.
So
It did. I was expecting it in Requiem when you go into Ark. And like that hallway, I was like, I bet there's a laser grid in this hallway. Come on now.
It would have been awesome if they did do it.
But how do you defeat that? The laser grid can just completely like separate itself and like reconfigure itself and
they would have
totally just
Leon
fuck you
Perry.
up.
They would have Leon Perry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exactly.
You just parry the laser grid.
He parries an RPG in that game and a mortar. He would just go, no. All right. So this one I wanted honest to God opinions on because
incredible.
It is what it is. Steven Soderbergh says in his upcoming documentary about John Lennon and Yoko Ono will include roughly 10 minutes worth of generative AI. AI has been helpful in creating thematically surreal images that occupy a dream space rather than literal space. Word salad, thank you very much. That has been fun because you need a PhD in literature to tell it what to do. But like every other piece of technology, it desperately requires very close human supervision.
What the fuck is he even talking about? And also, you could have just hired an artist for like a couple grand.
Yeah. This is probably the most disappointing statement that one of my favorite directors has ever said. Like,
do we know what it's being used for in the movie?
I mean,
my guess is probably like drug sequences.
I mean, yeah, that's like what it sounds like.
Would there be anything of trying to make like a certain actor or something look a certain way that they'd use that for?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was something else, but yeah. So we were gonna talk about WrestleMania, but it is getting pretty fucking late. So Kiona, I'm going to let you go off, buddy, and ender on your
I'll just
here.
Yeah, again, another quick little conversation topic here. Basically, So we know that the Buffy streaming revival, the Hulu revival, is pretty much dead now. It's dead in the water, although people are picketing Hulu headquarters now, which I find hilarious. But anyway, um, but actually, last year, Dynamite Comics announced that they would be continuing or restarting, basically rebooting the Buffy and Angel comic book series. Which it's been around at different publishers over the years. Dark Horse had it initially, and then it went to Boom Studios, and now it's at and IDW, of course, also did some. But now it's at Dynamite Comics. They have the license, and so both titles will be written by Kelly Thompson, who's a very good comic book writer. She's awesome. And also have either covers and interior artwork, which I don't know that I've ever seen him do interior artwork, but apparently covers from David Nakayama, who I think is a very good artist as well. They have like a preview image of his cover for Buffy, or featuring Buffy, and it actually looks really good. So the characters are going to be continuing, just maybe in a slightly different form. Also, Kelly Thompson is teasing that there is some kind of secret twist between the two titles, between Buffy and Angel. So I'm very curious to see what she does. The Dark Horse comics, especially in the later years after they did Frey and after they did season 8 and everything, did continue on with the characters from the show and were considered like canonical continuations of the series, even though they had some outlandish shit that happened. Like Dawn becoming a giant. That was weird. But anyway, they also then when they went to Boom Studios, when Boom had them, they actually kind of did like a series reboot and actually recontextualized everything from Angel and Spike and Drusilla to like Buffy herself and Willow and Willow's whole like her romantic partnerships and things like that, and just how the characters were introduced to each other and stuff. I'm wondering if they're going to do that, or if Dynamite's going to adhere more to the established show continuity, or maybe even the old Dark Horse stuff in some way. I don't even know. So curious to see what they do, but it should be interesting to say the least. And I'm glad the characters are continuing on in some media, at least in some way.
What would you prefer them to do?
Oh, I'm sorry. Say that again.
What would you prefer them to do?
I think at this point, something new.
Like a spiritual successor to Buffy,
like a spiritual successor, but using like the yeah. I mean, I guess that's what Boom did, but maybe a continuation of the show, but something a little less crazy than what some of the Dark Horse comics were. Some of them were really good, by the way, and some of them were just like kind of just had that weird, Joss Whedon-esque crap to it. But
yeah, I remember his X-Men run.
Yeah, I mean, some of that I really loved at the time, and some of it now, if you look back at it, it's just like, yeah, I don't know. But,
Yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief.
Yeah, I don't know about certain things. But, but Wolverine just having like a full page of him doing action and then just his caption. Everybody else is having all of these like interesting like internal monologues, and then Wolverine is just like, I really like beer. That was funny.
Nice.
But I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I'm curious to see what she does with it, though. I think in some ways you would have to reboot it just because it's been so long. So it would have to be kind of like, you could maybe take off from the ending of the show and do something like slightly different with the characters, possibly. I don't know. But I'm down for basically anything that Kelly Thompson decides to do. I'm excited.
It's something I honestly wish more shows would do is if a movie didn't do well but there's enough pull behind it to get a comic to finish it, I wish more things would do that.
That would be nice to have more continuations like that.
Have you seen like all of the licensed comics based on like 80s animated shows?
Oh.
There are Silverhawks comics, dude.
the
Thundercats,
fuck?
Silverhawks, Mask,
Oh my gosh.
what like Thundar the Barbarian, Defenders of the Earth, written by Dan DiDio, of all people.
What?
Former DC Comics publisher Dan DiDio. Like
what
the
what
Phantom,
about, what
Flash
about-
Gordon. These are all comics that exist right now. Dude, Blue, like what's that name of that dude? Like Blue Dynamo and Dynamut is a comic that exists right now.
Blue Falcon?
Blue Falcon and Dynamut is a comic that exists. It's insane to me. Like, I don't even understand it. Gotchamon?
Oh,
Speed Racer?
You know, it's nothing will ever be funnier than when I was explaining to Brock the Stitch Isekai.
Oh, I know.
I still have a hard time believing that's real.
The Last Starfighter is I'm betting The Last Starfighter is gonna be a comic that exists, yes. Yes.
Yeah, why
Blue
wouldn't it
Falcon.
be?
Thank you, Mike. I'm sorry, I just forgot about that. But like,
I can't believe Dynamite is like. Oh, and there's a there's a Muppets comic too called The
There is a
Muppets
Muppets
Noir.
The Muppets Noir, yes. Yes.
Dynamite is doing some weird things.
They're doing some weird shit, man. And the thing is that they have the Vampirella and Red Sonja comics as well that are published under them. So can you imagine if they have Buffy and Angel go and cross over with
God.
Vampirella or something?
Oh God.
God.
Jesus.
Good lord.
I'm half expecting them to acquire the license to Evil Ernie.
What the fuck is Evil Ernie?
Oh, that's a 90s deep cut, man.
Oh,
Yeah, have fun with that.
fuck. Is this Spinal's like drunk uncle? What the hell is this? This looks like if you ripped the skin off of Alice Cooper and made him a superhero.
Yeah. 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 That's the thing.
Everything's a thing, Brock.
Everything is a thing.
Don't
that
you know?
existed. Yeah.
There's things in the universe, and they exist.
We've been doing this podcast
Uh-huh.
for almost 80 episodes, and I still hit moments like this.
Yeah, I'm actually excited for that Last Starfighter comic. Honestly, Colin.
Good
That sounds
lord.
really cool.
Oh, I do have one bit of positive news to end on.
Sure.
Because we need to end on something positive.
Oh, okay. So I have a convert.
Uh-huh.
I got someone to watch Suspicious Leah. Oh, if Brocky gets better. So, other than her agreeing with me, you know what? You want to know what movie she recommended that I should watch?
What?
Velocipaster.
Oh, let's go! Woo! Yes, yes, yes!
Play the clip, Brock.
Velocity, where is it? Hold on. Get it. Where is it? It's becoming say the line, Bert. Say the line,
Say
Bert.
the line, Brock. Oh, you know, one of these days I gotta record that with you, and
We
you have to
do.
do it in the most pensive way possible, like
I know.
Oscar-winning acting.
You don't deserve women. Oh God, that.
Yeah, really though.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. If you guys actually do Velocipaster, I want in on that.
All right. Well, I got 3 episodes. I'm still editing, so
Okay, all right.
put it on the list.
Yes! Velocipaster, so fucking bad! It has my favorite, it has one of, if not my favorite, uses of unintentionally funny editing ever. In the first, 4 minutes of that movie. I had to pause it because I was pissing myself laughing. Oh, it's so funny. Like, I won't go into it too much, but like, it's to the point of where they didn't even do research on what to call things. They talk about how the guy went to pasture college. They didn't even say seminary. They said pasture college.
Pasture college.
You know what's bad is that, you know, I'm culturally Jewish, and even I know it's called a seminary.
And I'm watching this with my former youth pastor, now college missionary, and he said, did they just say pastor college? Wait till you see what
he goes to pastor college to get pasteurized, don't you know, Brock?
He does. Wait till you see the costume.
Oh, I've seen clips of it.
It's beautiful. Beautiful. One of the best $6 I ever spent on that Blu-ray. That's with shipping.
Oh, I remember, like, this mutual friend and colleague said, like, she discovered it because allegedly it was her friend's favorite movie.
That's awesome! That's awesome! I don't know if you have good taste or the worst taste. It's only in between.
But we gotta get you to watch Suspicious Leah, because, I don't know, it might beat Velocipaster for you.
Well, I'll tell you right now, nothing is beating Birdemic for me.
Oh, no, it is actually, no, it's better than Birdemic. No, Birdemic at least has, like, a plot that makes sense, kind of, sort of.
They had birds suicide bombing gas stations because of global warming. That is not a lie! I did not stutter! That is not a joke! They literally do 2012, but with birds suicide bombing gas stations because of global warming. And the best part, they have CGI'd like bad birds on like a rig doing this, and they're fake swatting at them with bats, and they're not even moving them, and they're just static in front of the camera just doing this.
That's amazing.
It's so bad.
Well, you know, I'll do that and raise you. They go on a date at 8 a.m. and they go to this park, but when you cut back to it, they're clearly still in front of the mailboxes in the apartment complex, and they've only moved the car like 6 inches.
If we're gonna start, and this will be the last thing we bring up, if we do this, the one of the other ones that we will need to do down the point either needs to be Sharks of the Corn. I'm not joking. I am not joking. Sharks are telepathically possessing people from a entity on Mars using Stonehenge. That is not a fucking joke.
What are you talking about? That sounds like a good time.
Or we need to do Shark Exorcist. That's the other one.
Shark Exorcist?
No, it's just called Shark Exorcist. They weren't even that fucking creative.
Wow.
When I tell you guys, we're in Sharks of the Corn. They say it is directed by Stephen Kang. I have watched so many bad shark movies. Two-Headed Shark with Brooke Hogan as well is up there. They explode a shark using glass on the beach because that's apparently how that works.
God damn it.
But, all right, this will look better in post, right? It never did. It never does. And that's part of what makes the movies better. All right, we need to leave because I'm getting delirious and I got a flight that I need to leave for at 6 a.m. All right, so Bree, where can everybody find you?
Well, if you wish to find me, which I don't know, that's not always an advisable choice, you can follow me at crazylemur.bsky.social. I'm also on Instagram at lemur'srule1, where I'm busy, guys. I'm trying to get photos and stuff done. Just please like me.
Mike, where can everybody find you?
You guys can find me on various social media sites at CaptainK42. You can check out my quick thoughts on letterboxd.com/CoachK42. And you can follow Renegade Pop Culture on Facebook and Blue Sky at Renegade Pop Culture. You can also find us on Twitch at twitch.tv/Renegade Pop Culture.
Yeah.
You can find us on
Nice.
YouTube at Renegade Pop Culture or Organite Zero. Find us on Podchaser. Consider supporting our Patreon at patreon.com/Renegade Pop Culture. Listen to all of our podcasts on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. And yes, for some reason, Pandora.
For some godforsaken reason, I just don't understand.
And last but not least, everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. Need an escape? So do we.
I have to ask, do you guys not publish it on Pandora and it just shows up?
No. It was part of the whole thing where we did the initial setup and it would just post to Pandora. But for some reason, we started getting like really big numbers on Pandora. And back in the day when I used to like follow along with that stuff, I used to look it up in like Anchor back when we were using Anchor before it became Spotify for podcasters. And and for some reason, like the Pandora numbers were always pretty damn good, and I was always just like, for some reason, Pandora. Anyway, yeah,
that's so.
Apparently, it was very popular on Pandora. You guys can find me on Twitch, also twitch.tv/neoplasmic, and also Instagram, or I'm sorry, Twitter is the one that I'm pushing now. The Neoplasmic24 is still on there, and also on Blue Sky, neoplasmic.bsky.social.
Yes, you can find me everywhere at Organite Zero, mainly on Twitch and YouTube. If you want to follow my con goings and my cosplays and such, you can find me over at my Instagram, over at Organite Zero, where I'm currently like one step away from having the entirety of my Leon cosplay like ordered and on its way, and I have like 90% of it here already, so I'm very fucking happy about that. Yeah, about that, the next time you see me, I might be either the same color or as red as a lobster, depending on how much sunscreen I wore, because I'm going on a family vacation to Corpus Christi for the next week, and it is 85 and sunny there currently, so...
Oh, enjoy that.
I can't wait. But until next time, we will see you all later.
Bye.
Bye.